Google Search Console is like a Bible for a SEO professional like me. Why? Because it keeps record of how good your SEO efforts are. Let us learn more about Google Search Console in this video. Hi, I'm Avinash. We have been talking about SEO for some time now. If you want to be an SEO professional, Google Search Console or Google Webmaster is something you should be aware of. Google Search Console is like a Bible for a SEO professional like me. Why? Because it keeps record of how good your SEO efforts are. Let us learn more about Google Search Console in this video. You must be wondering, what exactly is Google Search Console? Well, Google Search Console is a free platform that can be used to monitor the performance and organic presence of your website. Search Console tool and report help you measure your site's organic search traffic and performance, fix issues, and make your site shine in Google search results. It tells you about the clicks, impressions, highest traffic queries, mobile site quality, and gives you an overall idea about your web pages. Google Search Console was initially called Google Webmaster Tools, and many of you must be knowing it by that name. So let us understand how to use Google Search Console. We know that performing SEO and feeding high quality content is required for your pages to perform well in Google search listing. Once your content is ready and you have done SEO of your page, you need to monitor how it is all working out and weed out errors to make your website more efficient. This is exactly what is done by Google Search Console. To use Google Search Console, first you need to add your website to Google Search Console. Please note that only you and only if you own the website, you can add Google Search Console code to your website. If you don't own the website, you will not be able to add a small tag to any website, and you will not be able to read what exactly is happening in that website. So let us see how to add your site on Google Search Console and how to start using the benefits of Google Search Console for your SEO efforts. To use Google Search Console, head straight to search.google.com. From this place, you can access Google Webmaster or Google Search Console dashboard. To do that, you must have a Gmail ID or a Google ID, and if you have that, you can use that ID also here to create your Webmaster account for your website. Okay, so let's click on the button Start Now. The moment you click on this button, it will take you straight to the dashboard. Now in this dashboard, there are some websites which are of our clients are here. I will show you something from my own website. So before you see the dashboard of your own website, you need to add your website property. So you have to click on Add Property button, and it will give you two options. One is the domain, and one is the URL prefix. The difference between the two is in the hierarchy. When you use the domain property type, it is considering the highest domain. So for example, if your domain name is example.com, you're actually indexing with Google example.com, and this is the most preferred option, so you should be using this. This domain has a child options like www.example.com or http.example.com and things like that. That's why it is actually showing you the hierarchy. The top in the hierarchy it is showing you. But suppose for some reason you don't want to add the entire domain, then you can use individual URLs which you are working with. So for example, if you're using only HTTPS, then you can use that one. Otherwise, you can use whichever is a preferred child domain. Okay. Now this is something which is very important and critical, because unless you verify your property, you cannot access data of that website on your Search Console. I'm sure that you would not like somebody else to see what's happening on a website. That's why this is something which is very, very important. Once you have added your website, it will ask you to verify it. It will give you certain options. Like for example, let's say I'm adding here one of my website, which is my personal website, and I say continue. It is saying verifying property Avinash Chandra. Now this is giving several options. Okay. Now these options you can use to verify your ownership of the URL. So for example, you can sign in with the domain name provider like GoDaddy or Namecheap, or you can copy the text below, the HTML code below, and add it to your website. And by that you can verify your website, and your website will be good to use. This is one option. There are several other options which are here, and you should use it based on whatever you want to do. And once you click on verify, it will go and check, and after that it will start to work. Now anyway, so my site is already verified, so I don't need to do this, and I'm gonna just cancel this. So now after you have verified your account, you will see a dashboard like this. So in my dashboard, this is showing the performance of my website over a period of last 3 months. In last 3 months, my site got around 25,000 clicks on Google search engine result page. So this is how it is, and my performance is actually improving over the over day. This is also showing some coverage issues, like for example, how many pages have errors and how many are valid pages. So there were some errors and we made some changes. Now those errors are resolved. Now there are no errors on my website. It is also showing some other issues which are related to its performance on mobile phones, like for example AMP or mobile usability. It is talking about things like FAQ schema. It is talking about how-to schema. Now schema is the future of SEO. Schema is the way by which you communicate to search engines what essentially you are publishing on a specific web page. And with schema tags, search engines are basically bifurcating content into various buckets, like for example FAQ or how to or the author information and things like that. I'm going to talk about schema tags in one of my videos later on. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, do subscribe now. Now once you are on this page, you will see all of this performance on a dashboard. Now let me take you to other tabs which are there on this dashboard. Another tab is performance. Now this is the dashboard which I always ask all my team members and all the people who want to become an SEO expert to look at on a daily basis. Now if you look at, this is showing your 3 months performance right now. If you dig deeper, there is an option to compare performance over last 7 days. I always ask my team to look at these two things, last 7 days and last 28 days. And if you see any anomaly, like for example, if the traffic is going down or number of search impressions are going down, you can take an action. You can figure out what's not working, and then you can take an action. So let's say I do compare last 28 days period and I say apply. If you look at it last 28 days, my performance has actually improved significantly. Now here there are two things, the total clicks and total impressions. Most of the people will say clicks are more important. But what I say is that to understand the direction, because SEO is a long-term strategic game, it is important to understand whether you are getting more impressions on Google organic search engine page. If you're getting more impressions, like for example, if you look at here, compared to previous 28 days, my impressions are actually gone up by 4 times. Now this is something which is very important, because what happens, say for example you're on page 1 of Google at number 10 position. Even if you're at number 10 position, you might not get even 1% click the number 1 position gets. So for example, if on a page where 100 clicks are going to happen, the first listing walks away with 50 to 60 clicks. The second listing walks away with 25 clicks. The third get around 15. Now what is left, only 5 clicks, are going to get spread out between number 4 to number 10. So possibility is this, that you are visible to people, but people are not clicking on your listing. So that is something which will happen if you are creating a new article. So you will start to see impressions first and you will get clicks later. So the impressions is the leading indicator. As long as this is going up, you are in good space. Now once you get this, then you should start worrying about number of clicks. Okay. Now number of clicks also will have an impact in terms of average CTR and average position. If your position is improving, if your impressions are improving, you're in safe hands because your future is bright. Okay. And if your number of clicks are also increasing accordingly, then you're in a very, very good space. So what it means is this, that in this case, I'm going to see significant number of clicks as we go along because my impressions have already gone up significantly. Okay. The third tab is URL inspection. Whenever you create a new URL, it is important that you go and notify Google. Go and tell Google bots that come and have a look at my web page, please index it. And you come here, you submit the URL here, and you just say enter, and Google will start to look at the thing. So for example, let's say I take this URL and I'm clicking. Now it is saying that it's retrieving data from Google index. Now because I have already submitted this URL, it will tell me that the URL is already there in Google's index. So look at here, it's saying the URL is on Google. Okay, so and I can click request indexing. The moment I say request indexing, Google bot will start to index it somewhere. Okay, it is also showing that there is no coverage issue, there is no mobile usability issue, there is no AMP issue, there is no issue with breadcrumbs, there is no issue with site link search box. So everything technically is sound on this page, and this page is ready to get indexed. There are a lot of other tabs which are important. So for example, if you look at sitemaps, a sitemap tabs is very important because every website has a sitemap which is like the blueprint of the website. Now when you submit a sitemap here, Google gets to understand how you have classified or categorized the different pages of a website, and this is something which is very, very useful and helpful for Google to understand the structure of the website. Okay, so another thing which is very important, you must put your sitemap on this place on the of the dashboard. Then here are some of the tabs which allow you to check the quality of the website. So for example, mobile usability, it will show you if you have any error on the website. So look at this 126 valid pages, means there is no mobile usability issue. AMP is basically accelerated mobile pages. This is a new technology with which Google is serving the content of your website to its users very, very quickly and very, very fast. So on AMP, I have 98 pages and all are valid. There is no error. If you look at breadcrumbs, there are 124 pages with breadcrumbs and there are no issues on the website. If you look at FAQ is a very important thing because this is part of voice search. There are 5 FAQ errors. So I'm going to correct these errors, and there are 13 valid FAQs. How-tos. So a lot of people look for how-to information, and there are 2 how-tos on my website, and there is 1 error and 1 is valid. Site link search box. Now this is another thing which is important to look at the site links, and I have got no error here. So this is how you can actually go around checking your website. You can also check security and manual actions. Manual actions happen when Google penalizes you, and it will notify you if there is any manual action Google has taken against you, and then you can do corrections, and then you can ensure that your website is in good health. Security issues, if any security issues are identified, it will get notified here, and then you can take corrective actions there. So this is how you can use the Google Search Console and improve your performance over a period of time. And this is something which is extremely critical if you're serious about your SEO game. So I hope that you will use Google Search Console as we go along. So I hope you learned something new about Google Search Console. It is a free service. Like I said before, it helps you analyze your website performance. So I recommend that you must use Google Search Console, and if you are going to use Google Search Console, it is definitely going to add in your SEO efforts. So please go ahead and create an account and start using this free service from Google. And if you have any question, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here like ever to help you and help you in your SEO efforts. Thank you.